Oh, why hello there. A slightly less chaotic experience this evening. Although I do still have absolutely delicious dirty water all the way from Kamouraska here in Quebec, Canada, where we have delicious dirty water. No need to go to other countries. I'm just here. My name is Candi. This is Candi Land. I'm just doing a very, very, very quick little sort of studio update. I won't go too nuts, but I'm going to try and explain a little bit. I've spent the last few days, I've been trying, you see, to make sure everything works and everything plugs in and that I can improvise, record different parts, kind of like using a looper, except it's an electronic looper because there's sequencers. So I'm gonna go quickly through what I've done here, just in the studio in general. And I'm not gonna touch on guitar, but I might bring out the bass just to, is it a bass? It's either a bass 6, which is a 6-stringed bass with a whammy bar on it, whammy whammy, or it's an extra large baritone guitar, which is what I really wanted, but I couldn't find a baritone that fit my needs. So I ended up buying a bass 6, and instead of tuning it to an E, I tuned it to an A, which is, you know, like, 7 notes lower than what it would normally be tuned to as a guitar, not quite an octave, and you can do that sort of spaghetti western stuff on it, which is what I really wanted to do. It works for that, but it also works as a bass. Anyway, I might play a bit of that too. But mostly, and it's confusing because I really need someone here to do this properly and follow me with a camera. So I don't know, do I put the cameras on random? Do I just hope it works? Let's find out. I'm just gonna start right here, over here in Simplicity Land. I think I'll put this on random and then just hope that the right cameras come up. And I'll keep my eye on the display here. This is my wonderful cheesy organ. And if I were being honest, I would say it sounded like this. Which sounds pretty, pretty horrible. But I have it going through a few effects. That make it sound much better. And I even got a nice little flangey thing going on as well. And the beautiful thing about this particular organ, it's a cheesy home organ, but it's an old one. It's either from the very early 70s or late 60s. I'm not sure. I've tried to look it up, and it's one of those. But it has a built-in synthesizer, which is absolutely crazy. Built-in synthesizer, absolutely nuts. Where am I now? I'm over here somewhere. I'm over here. Built-in synthesizer, crazy. This is about how it sounds. So needless to say, I only do that every once in a while. However, the organ. Sounds pretty damn amazing, and I really like it. Right above that, over here, where am I looking? Over here, right above that, I always wanted a mellotron, but I don't have a mellotron, but I played a mellotron, a real live one, when I was but a teenager. And I worked for a little while at a custom guitar shop in Toronto called the 12th Fret, through like a weird sort of programmy thing. Anyway, I built a bass there. It's hanging on the wall. I'll show you that someday. But that was a long time ago, and they used to have a recording studio, and they had a mellotron in there, and I actually got to plunkety-plunk on the mellotron and think, oh my God, a mellotron is an enormous thing about as big as these organs are, and has each key is a tape loop. Or not a tape loop, but a piece of tape. Yeah, only 7 seconds. After 7 seconds, it stops playing. Anyway, my favorite sounds, two sounds on the mellotron, are the flute, which is this. And the string, which is this. That's solo cello, and then right in the middle we got 3 cellos. And just back to the flute. That's all that keyboard does. I love it so much, it's always there. In case I need it. Okay, that's the simple stuff. Then we start getting into, well, everything else. All of this section is hooked up using this. Now, if I'll stop this guy. Where are we? Well, I'll stop you. And I'll stop. Who else is playing? You're playing. Okay, I'm just going to leave the droney drone going on. This is an MS. Well, it's a clone of an MS-101, which were huge in the 80s, and it's actually a keytar. You can actually play it by putting a strap on, which I've never done with that. Although I do have the little strappy things on it. But I absolutely love this synth. Give it a bit of volume. Oh, I have it on on strangeness. And if I were pretending like I had drums going on, which I do, I can use arpeggiators, which sometimes I do, or I can program it through this little fellow, which where are we? I think we're there. Is it here? Oop, wrong one. Could be here? I don't think so. Nope. Anyway, I use this grid controller, which goes into all the way over here, into, what am I using? I'm using Ableton Live. So Ableton Live is, everything is synced. Like even if I were to do this, that's synced to the drum beat. Everything is synced to the drum beat. And that is also synced to it, and I can record loops and play live and do whatever I want to do in that situation. And add up to 8 tracks on there. My idea is I need to be able to do anything at any moment. So on this guy, we've got We've got this, which I believe I've just turned down. This is a TB303 or whatever clone thingy. Much better, much easier to program than the original. And it can do the, let's see, I'll just put on something here repeating. There we go. This is the acid synth. You can get all these weird. You can get all those, yep, 90s acid house bangers on there if you want. And I also have it going through this octave pedal, which just gives it an extra octave, and it sounds great. I like this guy. It's good. It's not incredibly versatile, but it's good for bass lines and sounds absolutely nothing like an actual bass. Also, now, of course, we have the droney drone here. This is a Crave. It's a Behringer. I love Behringer stuff. Right now, I just have it droning on it. I could turn this into noise if I want. But I like the droney drone, maybe with a touch of noise. I can also get, this thing is also synced, but it's a one oscillator synth, mono synth, very simple, but you can do a lot with it. It's really good. I like it. There's others that sort of go along with this that I don't have. I'd love to get the, they have a drum module I'd love to get. Another day. Right next to that, again, also can record through the Launchpad X, which is the grid controller. I can record that into the Ableton Live, so I can get that going if I want it. And it can be any length I like, and loop, and blah, blah, blah. But I don't, yes, hello. I'm still going to leave Mr. Crave going bloopity bloopity bloop. But over here we also have, oops, I'll turn this off. Hold, take that away, and turn the ERP off. This is the Uno synth. Very tiny little desktop synthy thing. It does stuff like this. Or, where is it? Now I think 21, I think, was good. Yeah, so it's, yeah, I'll put it on hold. You can do all sorts of stuff. An amazing two oscillator, is it two oscillators? Yes, two oscillator synth, mono synth, all analog, well, except the digital controls, but it's all analog. Sounds amazing. I liked it so much, I bought this one over here. I'll turn that up. And yeah, the only thing weird about this is like, yeah, there's a lot of button pushing. Not so much menu diving, because there's no menu, but a lot of button pushing. But once you know the synth, you can get around it pretty quick. But I generally just use it for stuff like this. Like I don't go too crazy with it. Anyway, but I like the sound so much that I ended up getting this one, which is the Uno Synth Pro, which is also a mono synth. However, it has 3 oscillators, and you can play paraphonically on this. I love this. This is possibly one of my favorite synths in the studio. What do I have on here? What sound am I on? I've made a bunch of my own programs. You can play up to 3 notes or single notes. It only has amazing built-in effects, and it has this amazing keyboard, which originally I had the desktop version, but now I have the full version, and I love it. The keyboard is amazing. It has polyphonic aftertouch, meaning you can assign how hard you press something as a modulator. So, I don't know if this is the best example. Probably as a pitch bend. So you can get really expressive just by pressing. And there's also lots of stuff going on with the wheel. That's just one sound I made. I love this synth. What else do we have? Drum machine. Love the drum machine. It's a drum brute impact analog drum machine. with one FM thing, which kind of sounds like this. Oops, nope, wrong thing. Where am I? I have to go over here. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, so it's got FM synth, which can be this, or entirely differently. Does all sorts of stuff. Really love this thing. It's great. But underneath that, of course, we have my 80s synth. Which is a hybrid synth. It's an ESQ1 by Ensoniq. I prefer it over the SQ80, which came out afterwards, and is a better synthesizer technically. However, this one's got some grit. They give you wave shapes, and it has, to start with, I think there were 40. Unless you're smart like me and you got wave 74, then you got all sorts more to work with. But so it's a digital oscillator, but the filter is analog, and it can sound amazing. Where's a particularly good one for that? Well, we've got stuff like this. You know, or just weirdness. But can I find it? I think it's internal, and I think it's up here. Yes. I also have pedals on the floor to control things all the time. So here, just a basic square wave. That I can play with my foot. And the mod wheel, and do all sorts of stuff. Love this synthesizer. It's old now. It's old enough to drink. It's very old now. It's old enough to have children, this thing. Love it. Drum machine, of course. Love it. Sounds like that. Who doesn't love that? And then we have over here this little guy. This friendly little devil is hello. This friendly little devil is a also from Arturia. It's a Keylab 49, and it is controlling. What is it controlling? It's controlling some stuff, just like basic synths. But it's also playing a bunch of stuff from the Arturia collection, which I really like augmented voices, which are creepy. Have all sorts of controls to do all sorts of weirdness with it, which is really great. Also, of course, you know, if I ever need the Selena strings, I got them. I would love to get a Selena string machine, or the Behringer clone of it. But it's like, that's what it sounds like. Do I really need to buy one? Because I already have the sound. But I also have piano in here. I'm only playing with one hand, you realize. Also, just because I have lots of stuff like that I love using. There's a virtual CS80. And of course, weirdness. Because I love weirdness. Who doesn't? Then, over here, I don't know if I could do this with one hand. I have seven mono synths, all from Behringer. All of them are clones of mostly synths from the 70s, a couple from the 80s, and one from the 60s, I think. So, okay, can I do this? Let's see. One. Okay, so it's going to be hard to do with one hand. On the bottom, we've got a clone of the Mini Moog. And just above that, we have a clone of the cat synthesizer, which can do a lot. This isn't a great, like I said, I need someone following with the camera so I don't have to do all this. Third one is the Wasp, which was a nasty, nasty synthesizer from the 80s, I think made in England. And it sounds nasty. Now, can I do this quickly? Let's see. I'm going to take one note and hold it. And then I'm going to get weird with it. Let's give it some random. There we go. A little faster. Come on. Can get really nasty. I love the sound of this thing. The filter on it is amazing. It's unlike anything else. And I will turn that off now. But that's great. Next over, number 4. The only reason I'm going through all this is because everything actually works right now. This has been going on for months, and either this stuff works, or that stuff works, or that works, or that works, but not everything's worked at the same time. And right now, except for my guitar, because I need one more input, except for my guitar, everything is actually working. So, yes. Then we're on to the Pro one, which, I find this one boring. Whatever, 80s synth, blah, blah, blah. It's the one I use the least. However, above that, we have the Neutron, which is not only a Behringer monosynth, it's an original Behringer monosynth. And I just have a patch that's going through strangeness right now, but I have it going slowly. Let's make it go faster. Can do all sorts of stuff with that. Love it. Next. Next, we have, where are we? I'll open that right up. It is a clone of a Korg MS-20, which is another monosynth. And you can do cool stuff with it, well, you can just make it go crazy. Here, let me trigger something. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. It's great. Next. Next, we have a clone of the 2600 by ARP. But it's not by ARP, it's by Behringer. And yes, that's why I love Behringer so much, because they've let me get cheap, inexpensive versions of synths that I've been dreaming about since I was a kid. This one's just amazing. I love how, and I've got a little foot pedal down here so I can go, because everything is synced, you see. Love that thing. And then I got over here a Korg SQ64. Is that what it's called? Yes, the SQ64. It has 4 tracks. 3 of them can either be for like Eurorack stuff, or you can use MIDI. I'm using MIDI because I use MIDI. That's what I do. I'm a MIDI person. And you can have a drum machine there as well. Which I do have a drum machine. Do I have a drum machine? Yes. I have a drum machine in there if I want it, but I don't usually use that one. And I can record 3 tracks on that, and I can actually pick whatever I want to record. After that, we're over here to the other keyboard, the other organ. This is my Yamaha organ, which actually has a built-in rotary speaker. Which I can speed up and slow down, which I like very much. Okay, there's that. Now, I'll let you hear some more looper fun. This is looper fun. Let's start this. And that was the looper fun. And I guess the last thing I'll show, I do have this toy piano over here, which I love. Sounds deeply creepy no matter what you do. Children play on this, and it sounds like a haunted soul. I love it. I usually have a microphone in there, but I went with this because I jammed with a friend who's probably going to start coming and doing Sundays with me, which would be amazing. Mary Jose, who we jammed. She played a bit of bass, a bit of keyboards. Looking forward to that. That's coming up soon. So I'm going to put the mic down for a second and just play bass for a second, because this is my 6-string crazy bass, or my 6-string crazy guitar. Depends on how you want to look at it. Do I love that bass? Yes, I do. I should stop calling it a bass. It's really a guitar. Anyway, yeah, other than everything is switchable. Oh, I forgot. I forgot the silliness. We also have one of these. as I mentioned before, I actually have a proper guitar up there. The MS1 or MS101 or whatever it's called. But when I wanted one because we were playing shows, and I thought it would be really fun and silly to have a guitar. Other than, well, that one wasn't around at the time, but it's actually a game controller from Guitar Hero. But it has a MIDI cable and it works. So I picked that up. I put a lot of glitter on it. I covered it in glitter. And now it's, every once in a while I pull it out for fun. And that's it. That's the quick update. The thing is I can do, oh, I forgot. Another one over there. That one, the other one over there is, it's generally, it's set to the, what is it set to? It's set to the Selena string machine. General, there we go, I'm back. In general, it's set to the Selena string machine just because I love that sound so much and I want it around. I love that sound, so I like having it handy, but it can also play other things too. It's just sort of, you know, if I'm there on the organ doing that whole, you know, kind of thing, I can always just reach up and go, me, 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 or something, who knows. So that's about it. That's what I got to tell you. I just wanted to do a quick run through. I would really like to do this actually properly and speak not to not a live Facebook thing, but actually do a proper thing on each of the different pieces of gear. There is so much going on here. There's a microphone for the looper. There's this microphone, which is either singing or talking or whatever, which I can, you know, go very, very far deep into the cave if I have to. And that's it. That's all. Thank you for tuning in. Everything seems to work. I can record anything. I can do anything. Welcome to my world. Who loves you, baby? You know I do. Thanks for watching.